What if the only thing standing between you and wealthy is not money itself, but the way you think about it? What if riches are not created in your wallet first, but in your mind, shaped by the thoughts you repeat, the beliefs you hold, and the choices you make every single day? And what if the future you dream of, the future of freedom, abundance, and possibility, is already waiting for you, just on the other side of a shift in perspective? These are not empty questions. They are invitations. Invitations to step into a new way of seeing, a new way of being, and ultimately, a new way of living. Because wealth is not only about numbers, or strategies, or luck. Wealth is about mindset, and once you change the way you think, you change the way you live. In this journey, we will uncover 6 powerful mindset shifts, 6 transformations of thought can unlock the path to becoming rich, not just in money, but in freedom and growth. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and prepare to walk through the 6 doors that lead from limitation to possibility, from scarcity to abundance, from fear to freedom. Let us begin with the first and most essential shift. Number 1, from scarcity to abundance. For many people, money feels like a constant struggle. There's never enough, no matter how hard they work, no matter how much they earn. The voice of scarcity whispers, "It's too little, you'll run out. It's never enough." This is the mindset of scarcity. It sees life as a pie, and if someone else takes a big slice, you believe there is less left for you. It breeds fear, comparison, and even jealousy. And without realizing it, scarcity keeps you small. It convinces you to settle. It blinds you to opportunities that might be standing right in front of you. But here's the truth. Life is not a fixed pie. Money, value, opportunity, they expand when you expand. They multiply when you create. They grow when you step into abundance. Abundance is a mindset that says, there is enough for me. There is enough for you, and together we can create even more. Think of 2 people walking into the same room. One, trapped in scarcity, sees competitors everywhere. They think, everyone wants what I want, and if they win, I lose. The other, living in abundance, sees collaborators, partners, teachers, friends. They think, together we can create something greater. Same room, same people, different mindset, and the results could not be further apart. Scarcity keeps your energy locked in fear. Abundance frees your energy to create. Here is a simple practice. Every time you feel yourself saying, "I don't have enough," pause and ask, "How can I create more?" This shift alone can open doors you never noticed before. Abundance is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing a higher one. It's about believing that opportunities exist, and that your role is not to fight over crumbs, but to bake a bigger cake. The rich live in abundance long before their bank accounts reflect it. Their wealth begins as a thought, a vision, a way of seeing the world, and so can yours. Because once you embrace abundance, you are no longer trapped by lack. You begin to see possibilities everywhere, and from that vision, the seeds of wealth are planted. With this foundation, you are ready to step into the next shift, one that changes the very way you relate to money. Number 2, from consumer to investor, every day, money flows through your hands. The question is, do you spend it or do you plant it? Most people live as consumers. They see money only as a tool for buying a new phone, a bigger TV, a weekend of fun, and for a moment, it feels good. But the joy fades. The item loses its shine, and soon the money is leaving nothing behind but a craving for more. This is the trap of consumption. It feeds the present, but it starves the future. Investors, on the other hand, see money differently. They don't just spend it, they put it to work. Every dollar becomes a seed, planted in fertile soil, ready to grow into more. Here's the key. Being an investor is not about Wall Street. It's not about millions in the bank. It's about mindset. 2 people can each hold $1,000. The consumer says, "What can I buy?" The investor asks, "What can this create for me tomorrow?" The consumer spends on pleasure. The investor spends on growth. Imagine this. One person uses $1,000 to buy the latest gadget. It's exciting for a month. The other invests that $1,000 in skills or in an asset that produces income. 5 years later, the gadget is obsolete, but the investment is producing returns. This is not about denying yourself joy. It's about creating lasting joy. The joy of freedom, the joy of choice. The joy of knowing your money is working for you, even while you sleep. Being an investor means asking a better question. Will this purchase feed my future or only my present? Shift from consumer to investor, and your relationship with money transforms. You stop being controlled by impulses, and you start living by intention. You stop chasing momentary satisfaction, and you begin building lasting wealth. Because the truth is this: consumers live for today, investors build for tomorrow. And when you learn to invest in assets and growth, in yourself, few step onto the path of true abundance. And this naturally leads to the next shift that shapes how you see time itself. Number 3. From short-term thinking to long-term vision, we live in a world addicted to speed. Fast food, fast entertainment, fast money. Everyone wants results today, yet very few are willing to plant seeds and wait for the harvest. But here's the truth the wealthy know. Riches are rarely built in days. They are built in decades. This is the third mindset shift. From short-term thinking to long-term vision, short-term thinking asks, "What can I get now?" Long-term vision asks, "What can I build that lasts?" The difference is profound. Imagine two farmers. One plants seeds in the morning, then grows frustrated when there are no fruits by evening. He digs them up, searching for results, and destroys his own harvest. The other plants the same seeds, waters them, protects them, and waits patiently through the seasons. Months later, he enjoys a field full of crops. This is the power of long-term vision. When you think short-term, you chase pleasure, you avoid discomfort, and you live in cycles of starting and stopping. When you think long-term, you see beyond the moment. You are willing to endure the wait because you understand that growth compounds. Consider investments. The impatient pull out at the first dip. The visionary holds through storm sand, reaps the rewards of time. Consider personal growth. The short-term thinker quits when it's hard. The long-term thinker persists, knowing that skills, habits, and wisdom take years to mature. This mindset is the difference between living paycheck to paycheck, building generational wealth. It is the difference between temporary success and lasting impact. So here is the question to carry with you. Are you living for the moment, or are you building for the decade? Because wealth belongs to Thasuhusi time, not as an enemy, but as an ally, those who trust the process, those who plant trees knowing they may not enjoy all the shade, but their children will. And when you embrace long-term vision, you stop chasing shortcuts and start building a foundation that becomes unshakable one, paired with the next powerful shift. Number 4, from excuses to responsibility. When life doesn't go the way we want, it's easy to point the finger outward. The economy, the government, the boss, the parents, the past. Excuses are comforting. They protect our ego. They make us feel less guilty. But here's the truth. Excuses steal your power. This is the fourth mindset shift. From excuses to responsibility. Every time you make an excuse, you hand over control. You declare, "My life is not mine to shape." And with that belief, nothing changes. But the moment you choose responsibility, everything changes. Responsibility does not mean blame. It does not mean punishing yourself. It means claiming your power. It means saying, "My choices matter. My actions shape my destiny. I am not a victim of life. I am a creator of it." Think of two people who fail at a business. One says, "The market was unfair. No one helped me. I never had the chance." And so they quit. The other says, "I made mistakes. I learned. Next time." I'll do better. And so they rise again. Who do you think will succeed in the long run? The one who takes responsibility, because responsibility is the birthplace of power. When you own your results, both good and bad, you step into mastery. You stop waiting for rescue. You stop depending on chance. You begin steering your own ship. Here's the paradox. Excuses feel safe, but they keep you stuck. Responsibility feels heavy, but it sets you free. So ask yourself today, where am I still making excuses? And how can I take back ownership? Because every excuse is a chain, and every responsibility is a key. And when you unlock yourself with responsibility, you become ready for the next shift, perhaps the most vital of all. Number 5, from fear to courage. Fear is powerful. It whispers in your ear, don't risk it. Don't try. Don't step out. Stay where it's safe, and many listen. They live small, not because they lack ability, but because they obey fear. This is the 5th mindset shift. From fear to courage. Fear is natural. It is part of being human, but wealth, freedom, and growth there, never found inside your comfort zone. They live just beyond the edge of fear. The truth is this: courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action despite fear. Think of a child learning to ride a bike. Their heart pounds, their hands shake. But if they never pedal forward, they never learn to ride. It is only by moving through the forethought they discover freedom. The same is true in money, in business, in life. The opportunities that change your destiny will almost always scare you at first. Starting that business, making that investment, speaking up, asking for more, they all come with fear. But here is the secret. Every time you choose courage, fear shrinks, and every time you choose fear, courage fades. Courage is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it grows. Many stay poor not because of lack of opportunity, but because they let fear lock the door. The wealthy are not fearless. They simply choose courage more often. Ask yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? And then do it afraid. Do it with your heart racing, your palms sweating, but do it anyway, because the moment you step through fear, you unlock a new world of possibilities, and once you begin living with courage, you'll see the final shift clearly, that comfort is not your friend. Growth is, which leads us to the 6th and last mindset shift. Number 6, from comfort to growth. Comfort feels good. It's warm, familiar, safe. But here's the paradox. What feels safe today can become the prison of tomorrow. This is the 6th and final mindset shift from comfort to growth. Growth never happens in the comfort zone. It happens at the edges in the stretch. In the challenge, in the unknown, think of the seed buried in the soil. For it to become a tree, it must break its shell. It must push through the darkness, stretch toward the light, and face the wind. Comfort would keep it buried. Growth demands it rise, and so it is with you. The wealthy, the fulfilled, the free. They do not seek the easiest path. They seek the path that makes them more. They welcome discomfort, because they know it is the birthplace of transformation. Every great leap in your life will first feel uncomfortable. The new job, the new investment, the new habit, the new self. It will feel strange, awkward, even painful at times, but in that discomfort, your strength is forged. Comfort says, stay where you are. Growth says, step forward and become who you are meant to be. So ask yourself, am I clinging to comfort or am I choosing growth? Because comfort may keep you safe, but only growth will make you rich in money, in wisdom, in life. And so we arrive at the end of this journey. 6 powerful mindset shifts, 6 doorways into a new way of thinking, a new way of living. From scarcity to abundance, from consumer to investor, from short-term thinking to long-term vision, from excuses to responsibility, from fear to courage, from comfort to growth. Wealth is not just about money, it is about who you become. It is about the beliefs you hold, the choices you make, and the courage to keep growing. If you want to be rich, begin here. Begin with your mind. Because when you shift your mind, your actions change. And when your actions change, your life transforms. So do not wait. Choose one shift today. Practice it, live it, let it reshape you, and remember this truth. Money may come and go, but the person you become in the process is the greatest wealth of all. Your future is waiting, and it begins the moment you desidero think rich and to live rich. Thank you for spending this moment with Awaken Light Audio. If something today touched your heart or opened your mind, don't keep it to yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments. What spoke to you most? Tell us about your journey, your questions, your breakthroughs, and let us know what you'd love to hear next. Subscribe to stay connected. And if this message could uplift someone you care about, send it their way, because light grows when it's shared. Until next time, stay present, stay awakened, and keep becoming who you're meant to be.